Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.
The General Federation of Women's Clubs is one of the world's oldest women's volunteer service organizations, offering women in every state and more than a dozen countries the opportunity to make a difference in their own communities. The GFWC has also become a national leader in the fight to end domestic violence by raising awareness about the issue. Andie Johnson of the General Federation of Women's Clubs of North Carolina recently stopped by our studios to talk about the organization's efforts and mission. Andie Johnson, welcome to North Carolina Now.
Thank you.
You are the Director of Juniors for the North Carolina General Federation of Women's Clubs. First of all, tell us about the junior organization and the overall organization of women's clubs.
Well, the Juniors of North Carolina are a part of the General Federation of North Carolina, and we are the world's largest and oldest volunteer organization for women. And in North Carolina, we are over 100 years old, and we are very proud of our organization and the traditions that we have within our organization.
Now, how does the Juniors fit into the overall organization?
The Juniors are a group of young women from the age of 18 through 40 that serve our communities and volunteer in our communities.
One of the focus areas for the Juniors is in the area of domestic violence. Tell us about this program and why you chose this topic.
Well, domestic violence, as everyone knows, is a very serious concern in all of our communities. Our project is something that was funneled down through our parent organization, the General Federation of Women's Clubs, and it is our organization's signature project. And through this project, we are hoping to bring awareness about this terrible, terrible thing that happens throughout many people's lives. It's not just for women, it's children that it affects, teens, as well as elders.
What are some of the general information and statistics that we all need to know about domestic violence and what's happening in communities all across the state and nation?
Well, there are roughly 71% of people know someone that has been abused in their lifetime. There are over 3 women every day who are murdered because of domestic violence. And ages, women and men, young men, 16 to 24 there is the highest rate of domestic violence that is occurring for that age group, which means, teenagers and young adults who are, just starting to date. There's a lot of violence that goes on in those dating years.
How are you hoping to bring attention to this information throughout North Carolina?
We are hoping to raise awareness about prevention of abuse of domestic violence through all of our clubs that we have. We have 23 junior clubs in our organization, and we are hoping to touch people in our communities to raise awareness. We would also like to help those who are in need. We do serve quite a few people and quite a few organizations, and Prevent Child Abuse America is an organization that we partner with, that we are trying to help to bring awareness. We back in October, we held several clubs held pajama parties, and we had guest speakers that came and spoke at our clubs to talk to us about domestic violence, as well as collecting pajamas to be donated to domestic violence shelters.
When a lot of people think about domestic violence, they do just think about women, but you're also taking a broader look at families as well.
Yes, we are. Our organization, although we are a women's organization, we don't just look at women's issues. And something that I guess that I was made more aware about through this project was about elder abuse. And we need to be more aware about things that happen to those who can't fend for themselves. And it's not just the physical abuse, sometimes it may be financial abuse that could occur to those. And in fact, June 15th is Elder Abuse Awareness Day nationwide, and so we are hoping that we have clubs that will help bring awareness about this thing that happens to our elders.
What do you hope to accomplish with all of this energy being devoted towards the issue of domestic violence?
Well, of course, we would love to stamp out this horrible thing that happens, but unfortunately that probably is not going to happen, but at least raise awareness to our younger generation to let them know that this isn't okay, that you do not have to suffer from this, that you can step up and speak for yourself and get help, and that you do not have to be a part of this cycle that continues.
Are your clubs throughout the state, are they connecting in with other resources here in North Carolina?
They are. Even though we are part of this huge organization of the General Federation of Women's Clubs, clubs on the local level can choose to do projects just within their own community. So many clubs are reaching out to domestic violence shelters in their own communities and doing programs and fundraisers for those organizations.
Great. What are some of the other activities that the juniors are up to these days?
We do lots of fun things. And currently we are working on a lot of book drives. The month of March is a very big month for Dr. Seuss. So we have donated quite a few books to elementary schools and to preschool programs for those students who need books in their homes. So we have done quite a bit of that. We also are a very big supporter of the Girls on the Run program, which is here in North Carolina, based in North Carolina. The founder of that organization is from North Carolina, and it is a wonderful 12-week program for young girls, 3rd through 5th grade, that can participate to let them know that being you is great.
Finally, if our viewers want to find out more about your organization and how to connect up with your domestic violence program, or perhaps some of your other activities as well, what do they need to do?
We would love for them to visit our website, www.gfwc-northcarolina.org. That is our state's website, and we also have our international website, which is www.gfwc.org, and there's a lot of information on both of those websites about the signature project, domestic violence.
Andie Johnson, thank you so much for sharing all this information with us.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.